Well, hey, you guys. So if you are in the process of paying off debts, do you ever wish you could just go faster? Well, today I'm going to share 7 secrets that could speed you up when it comes to this process. So be sure to stick around till the end so you can let me know which tip has worked best for you, which tip you want to try next, or maybe even a tip we didn't cover here, because I always love hearing you guys and the progress that you're making. All right, the first secret to paying off debt is strictly relational. So this may require drawing a couple of boundaries, maybe with friends or family who are currently in your life, and also bringing some additional voices that you need to hear more from. And that is because you want to surround yourself with positive people. When you were in middle school, you probably heard an adult in your life saying, "You are who your friends are." I know my parents always said that. And listen, there's a truth to that. If you want to do something, when you're around people who are doing it, they're naturally going to encourage you. So if there's somebody that's always talking you in to spend more money, or like, "Oh my God, the budget is so stupid. Don't take yourself so seriously," or they're unsupportive or they're skeptical when it comes to the way you view money, you really want to kind of be aware of that, you guys, because it does affect you. And again, if there are comparison traps that you're constantly falling into, there may be time just to create a little bit of distance from them, just to say, "Hey, I don't know if we can go hang out with that couple because all they want to do is go to 5-star restaurants, and we're not doing that," right? So there's going to have to be a conversation, not necessarily with that person, but definitely with yourself. And if you're married, with your spouse, to say, "Hey, what does our relationships look like in our life?" I'm not saying you can never hang out with someone that doesn't handle money the way you do. But again, the power of encouragement is so real. The second secret to paying off debt faster is a little bit more tactical. And this is something that I get a good amount of pushback on, because it could feel like you're taking actually a step back. But I promise, when you take everything into account, and after doing this for years and years, you are better off in the long run. And that is pausing investing while you pay off debts. And a lot of people hate this because they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm losing so much time." But here's the deal. If you are investing even at all, it's usually at a smaller percentage. Maybe you're going up to the match in your 401k, but you're not putting a ton there because realistically, if you have a lot of debt, you're not going to have a ton of margin to invest anyways. But we find people focus on getting out of debt fast, and they, again, have one goal in mind, and that is becoming debt-free. And once that happens, it frees up so much income to be able to invest even more than you would have in the process. So you want to invest 15% of your income into retirement once you pay off debt, but pause that investing for now until you are debt-free. The third secret to paying off debt is an oldie but a goodie, and this is a tip you've probably heard before, but it's important to revisit. If you have been working the baby steps for any amount of time, then you probably did this at the beginning, but I bet you have more to work with when you think outside the box, and that is selling your stuff, okay? If you can sell stuff around your house, things that maybe your kids have outgrown when it comes to furniture or toys, or even look around your house and be like, "Oh my gosh, there's 3 TVs in here that we never turn on." Whatever it is, sell stuff, okay? And this could be on Facebook Marketplace. This could be on Craigslist. I don't care where it is, but if you're able to sell things around your house that you're not using, you will get cash and be able to put towards getting out of debt. So again, look around your house and just say, "Hey, what's the crap that we don't use?" And it's amazing how many people will buy it and you get some cash. All right, my fourth secret for ditching debt fast is another tip that maybe you've already considered, but one that you may need to pivot to really maximize its impact. And this is something that will bring in more income, which is a huge part of getting out of debt fast, and that is getting a side hustle. So delivering food, working as a hostess at a great restaurant on weeknights, or turning your hobby into income like photography or music lessons, sewing lessons, freelance hair and makeup, whatever it is, the possibilities are endless. If you can bring in more cash, it's going to help you get out of debt that much faster. I mean, I've talked to people, you guys, that are making $1,000, $1,500 to $3,000 extra a month while doing this. And I understand that, working a side hustle, it is tough, right? It feels like time, there's not even that much in a day, and you're exhausted, all the things. It is so true. So this is not something you're going to do forever. But during the season of getting out of debt, if you can up that income, it's going to be really lucrative, and it's going to boost your confidence, and you're going to be able to throw it at your debt and get out of debt that much faster. Number 5 is a tough one since we are heading into spring and summer, but it could literally save you thousands of dollars. And that is to skip the vacation. I know. I mean, it hurts. It is so hard to say that, but you could literally save thousands of dollars if you do this, you guys. I'm telling you, it is amazing how much money we end up spending on travel. And again, I'm not saying you can't travel ever again, because the key here is to live like no one else, so later you can live and give like no one else. And for the time period while you're getting out of debt, if you're like half in, half out, it's gonna take you forever to pay off that $20,000 in student loans that are left, okay? But if you just say, hey, you know what? We're going all in. We're cutting everything, including our vacation for the summer or the spring break, and we're gonna put it towards the debts. You're gonna get out of debt that much faster, and it's gonna free up so much of your income, so then you actually can go on a great vacation later, which is fantastic. So just think of everything you can do if you didn't have debt, and that includes some great vacations later in life. But again, cutting the travel for this season, it is worth it. Okay, I know I've been talking about some of the things that just like aren't forever and it's just for a season, but my 6th secret to paying off debt fast actually has a concrete time limit. So you're going to do this for a month, okay? For 1 month. I mean, how hard can it be? You can do anything for a month. And that is to do a no spend challenge. Yep, tip number 6. And this is a hard one, but here's what I recommend. No eating out, no delivery meals, no streaming services, no new clothes, anything non-essential you are not buying, okay? I mean, just all the extra things that we do around our lives, cut it all for 1 month, and you will be amazed how much you save, even just on the food category. When you say, I'm gonna cook at home for 4 weeks and we're not eating out, you can save so much cash. So be sure to let me know in the comments how much you and your family have been able to save, because spoiler alert, if you've got kids, I bet it's gonna be hundreds of dollars. And all right, my 7th secret to paying off debt faster may sound a little bit boring, but it's definitely one of the most impactful things you can do. If you love to nerd out on numbers or you love a good spreadsheet, this tip is for you. And that is to make a budget. Yeah. Now, if you've already done a budget, maybe it's revamping your current budget. So if you have not used Every Dollar, make sure to download that ASAP, because Every Dollar is one of the best things that you can do when it comes to your budget, but also looking at your life. Because this is what I love about budgeting. You are able to see facts, real numbers of your life right there. And you're going to be able to delete some of these categories. You're like, we don't need it. We don't need it, while you're getting out of debt. And again, you can trim things down. You can look at other categories that you're going to completely eliminate for the month, but you actually see the numbers that are going on. And so it's just so encouraging when you actually see things happening in real time. And that's what a budget does. Don't do a budget in your head and have, like these ideas running around. But when you actually say, okay, I'm not going to get my hair done this month, and you delete that, could be hundreds of dollars for some of us. That goes to your debt. I mean, like, you actually are seeing in real time money moving around, and that is what is so exciting. And again, it's temporary, because then if you imagine all of the debt payments in your budget, if those were all gone and that was all at the top of your budget for you to be able to give or save or invest or spend, that's exciting too. So it allows you to dream, but it also gives you reality of today. And if you're already a budgeting pro, then I want you to find out maybe if you're getting some things wrong when it comes to budgeting. So if that's the case, I've linked that video below. So let me know in the comments if you are in the clear, because it is key. So you guys, all of you on your debt-free journey, we are here cheering you on. You can do this. Remember, it's temporary. It is temporary, but the deeper you sacrifice, the faster you're going to get out of debt. So remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.